Claudia, she straightened me up. Cleared me of drinking whiskey and all. And just because we're going on this killing, that don't mean I'm going to go back to being the way I was. I just need the money. Get a new start for them youngsters.
Yeah.
Ned, you remember that drover I shot through the mouth and his teeth came out the back of his head?
Yeah.
I think about him now and again. He didn't do anything to deserve to get shot. At least nothing I could remember when I sobered up.
Hey folks, it's Jim from the Rewind here to review Clint Eastwood's revisionist western Unforgiven, which won the Best Picture Award in 1993. In the town of Big Whiskey, Wyoming, two cowboys show their idea of a good time by disfiguring a prostitute. The head prostitute, Strawberry Alice, has offered a $1,000 reward to whoever can kill Quick Mike and Davy Boy after local sheriff Little Bill Daggett, played by Gene Hackman, failed to exercise justice and let them off the hook, with some recompense, of course, for the prostitute's owner. This gets the attention of the Schofield Kid, a pompous young man who visits the pig farm of William Money, seeking to acquire his help and expertise. Money, played by Clint Eastwood, was a notorious killer of even women and children back in the day, but has since then changed after being tied down to a faithful and supportive wife who cleaned him of his wicked ways. Sober and now a widower of 2 children, Money initially declines Kid's offer, but with his farm failing, he changes his mind and heads off to Big Whiskey, but not before he recruits Ned Logan, an old married partner played by Morgan Freeman. They soon catch up with Kid, who is reluctant and angered regarding the inclusion of Ned, but agrees to split the reward 3 ways. Word spreads far and wide about the reward, but Little Bill won't stand for guns or assassins in his town, and he makes an example and quick work of English Bob, a gunslinger played by Richard Harris, accompanied with his own biographer, W.W. Beauchamp, played by Saul Rubinek.
I think a cup of tea. Hello, Bob. Boys, this here's English Bob.
Shit and frog eggs.
Been a long time, Bob. Did you run out of Chinamen?
Bill. Well, I thought you was, I thought that you were dead. I see you shaved your chin whiskers off.
I was tasting the soup 2 hours after it ended.
Well, actually, what I heard was that you fell off your horse, drunk, of course, and that you broke your bloody neck.
I heard that one myself, Bob. Hell, I even thought I was dead. Till I found out it was just that I was in Nebraska.
However, when Little Bill isn't indulging himself in his own legend to Beauchamp, he'll have to contend with Money, who has good reason for revenge and just might be the cold-blooded killer he's thought up to be. Unforgiven is not only one of the best films to win Best Picture, but it's one of the best westerns ever, and one of the few films of the genre to take the top prize. Unforgiven surprises every step of the way, even as it leads to an inevitable showdown. The women are not cold, but they're not one to be stepped on and accept violence as a means to an end. They offer their services as down payments until the job's done. They're unaware of the difficulties of murder on the mind, but it has to be done, and Money wouldn't disagree. That doesn't change the necessity for him to revert back to the way he was to get the job done. In complete denial, only trying to convince himself of redemption, he becomes physically sick the closer he gets to performing the task. The film beautifully questions our myths, heroes, and the Old West in the face of those old dime novels, the kind that Beauchamp writes. While no longer the bad man in the name of the law, Little Bill is the villain of the story, even though he's hiding behind a badge. In any other film, he might be the hero, while Money, a self-proclaimed murderer, is our villain, but that isn't this film. Hackman is superb. He's smart, charismatic, but brutal. And in her lifetime, he could have been perhaps Money's partner, aware of the calm composure necessary to shoot someone down. He's intimidating enough to belittle English Bob Smith without much of a peep from the monarchist who makes bold claims that a king or queen would never be shot out of fear, but that a president would be rather simple. Bob leaves the town the same way he entered, ignorant but now humiliated. Speaking of ignorant, there's of course the Kid, played by James Woolvid. The Kid's arc is perhaps just as significant as Money's. Killer of supposedly 5 men, the Kid gets a hard lesson in murder, especially when that man is begging for his life. Ned, played by Freeman, has no disillusions about violence, and he's quicker to give in, realizing that this was a terrible mistake, eager to go home to his wife after being unfaithful towards her because, well, He's only human. It might surprise you that despite how moving and how often grim the flick is, it's also quite funny at times too. Then raises the question of what money does when the blood to his head goes somewhere else, while Kid shows his lack of shooting range. A character can't go 5 minutes without commenting about Little Bill's less than impressive house in the works, and Money's horse likes to make things challenging.
Just hold it right there. Hold it!
Well, sir, you are a cowardly son of a bitch. You just shot an unarmed man.
Well, he should have harmed himself. He's gonna decorate his saloon with my friend.
You'd be William Money out of Missouri. Killer of women and children.
That's right. I've killed women and children. Killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, Little Bill.
This is arguably Eastwood's best achievement both on screen and behind the camera, letting this brilliant script by David Webb Peoples breathe. The film uses minimal music, and in 130 minutes there's no ounce of fat. Actually, the whole film seems to have a modest vibe, given that it isn't glorifying the Old West. The details are still there, such as the well-crafted sets and beautiful photography, but it's in the service of the story. In the last 25 years of his career, Eastwood has focused on the idea of death and loss. In flicks like Unforgiven and the flawed but still solid Gran Torino, Eastwood has made us reevaluate Eastwood as an icon within cinema. We see him as an avenger, the hero, the man who will do things that most aren't willing to do, but that we take for granted. These films are not apologies for the brutality of his previous characters, like The Man with No Name or Harry Callahan, who left some left-wingers infuriated at the time Dirty Harry was released, but a comprehension of their demons. These demons arise in a bittersweet but perfect ending. Whether you're a fan of westerns, Eastwood, or just films in general, you owe it to yourself to see Unforgiven. That's it from the Movie Wine. Have a good day, folks. Until next time.
It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away all he's got, and all he's ever gonna have.
Yeah. Well, I guess they had it coming.
We all have it coming, kid.